And like always, you've completed your mission.
Like always?
Those words don't come from me. You must know what they say about you here.
No, I don't know. Enlighten me.
Well, you have kind of a reputation. It's actually rather flattering.
Aha, zurück zu Vampire. Wir wollen hier eigentlich... ich dachte, wir wollen berichten, aber scheinbar nicht. Was für einen Ruf habe ich denn?
What exactly do they say?
Oh, you want to know? I didn't think...
Simple curiosity, nothing more.
Everybody kept saying that Caleb Bazori has been in tough spots before, and that you come through them unscathed. They were right.
Don't listen to gossip. Forge your own opinions.
Don't worry about it.
It's not a natural thing here. It takes some experience.
Mens et manus.
Weisheit, okay. Ist halt sowieso schon sehr weise. 100% Erfolg.
Mind and hand.
That's the MIT motto. One of my teachers used to say that the only way to really learn something is by doing it. You have a lot in common with him.
I'm unsure of how I'm supposed to interpret that.
It's a compliment. You didn't tell me what was in those files you gave the prince.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
To make up your own mind about something, the best way is to go to the source. And apparently, Jason Moore is well informed.
I see. You'll have to be patient, Fang.
Do you think your success on the mission could play to our advantage? I mean, for...
The prince will decide your fate when the time comes. Being useful to her can't hurt. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I just want to get it over with. Like when you're going into finals.
Even if there's no going back?
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
It is.
Your child, Berel Underwood, did he have any second thoughts?
I don't want to discuss it.
He's your only child, so I wondered how it went. Well, could you enlighten me?
Ist das nicht der super hässliche?
Berel is very different from you. He always has been. I was blind. It won't happen again. Berel would have begged me to get what he wanted. Your patience reassures me. I'm making the right choice with you.
You seem to really have a problem with him.
Yes, and that's why you must stay away from him.
This separation between you, what caused it?
Don't dig too far into it. You know this is something I don't discuss.
That's too
Tja.
bad.
Was können wir da anbieten? Mal gucken, kriegen wir die geknackt? Scheinbar nicht, ne? 85% Erfolg. Einschüchtern. Machen wir mal, oder? 15% Fokus ist hart. Na gut.
I'm not one to beat around the bush, especially on a matter like this. So either be frank with me, or be silent.
I'm sorry, it's just that it's not easy for me.
I'm listening.
Berel asked me to come by and see him.
Did you?
I didn't think anything bad could happen. I actually thought that...
You ignored what I told you. Don't ever do that again. What did he want with you?
Nothing in particular. He wanted to get to know me. He told me about Seattle, the Camarilla. He was just being nice, that's all.
Berel isn't nice. He's dangerous. I'm going to have a word with him.
But...
Wait here.
Berel.
And then you can go rest.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Ortiz.
Wer hängt hier denn so alles rum? Moin, Mäuschen. So, wo ist denn Berel? Da hinten waren wir noch nie draußen, ne? Können wir uns mal angucken. Okay.
A message from Caius. Need you downstairs. Urgent issue.
Ja, schon klar.
I'm going to have to choose. Help Caius or speak with Berel.
Erstmal mit Berel reden. Ganz klare Nummer. So, wo ist denn seine Hütte? Was stand da? Berels Wohnung, Junge, wo ist die? So, mal kurz gucken. Ah, da können wir auch mal rein. Moin. Da stehen sie alle vor. Oh, okay. Interessant.
We're still waiting on the list of everything you want to keep.
You'll excuse me if I have more pressing matters to attend to first.
Of course, but Miss Bosley asked me to remind you.
What's more, I have company.
I see. In that case, I'll be going now.
Thank you.
Oh, I hope there won't be another attack.
Okay. Und lieber quatschen. Junge.
You do know it's risky to come in here like that, don't you?
You've got nothing to fear. This is the prince's house.
Don't be stupid. You know very well the minute your back is turned, anyone can come poking around here.
If you take me for a thief, you're sadly mistaken.
No, you're here for a courtesy visit. It's to your credit. I was thinking of snoops who are able to disguise themselves.
I see.
What brings you here?
I thought things between you and the prince had gotten better.
She stopped treating me like a goddamn traitor. That's a start. And given the
Okay.
situation, we really need to hit pause on all our internal disputes. Don't you think?
Any idea what we should do now?
The most urgent priority is to make sure we are safe.
We're working on it.
Obviously. Then we can think about long-term solutions. We might need to go into exile for a while.
Okay.
I'm fighting to hold our ground, and you're talking about fleeing?
I thought about running, but not anymore. I'm talking about a last resort. A tactical retreat, if you like.
Are you seriously ready to abandon us?
I'm not proud of it. But yeah. You saw that I had a guest on my bed. He was there to help me.
Who are we talking about?
You don't know him. He's an old acquaintance that Leisha was so kind as to bring back.
A Tremere?
I've run into him a few times. He was one of Deneb's favorites. He would have been quite the bargaining chip for the Salem Chantry.
And now?
I'm just going to wait for him to recover before I kick him out. I'm not an animal.
Na gut, komm, also hier wollen wir eigentlich gar nicht hin, ne? Wir haben uns ein bisschen verlaufen. Ups, sie steht ja immer noch. Hilfe. Hilfe. So. Ist Untergeschoss. Wo war der jetzt? Nimm den Aufzug. Oder muss er irgendwo hier
Our
sein?
secret agent is back already. The soldier is on furlough.
Not for long, I'm afraid. The prince will undoubtedly have some new task for me.
At least she trusts you. She hardly speaks to her primogen. Even Berel is in the dark.
He's not used to that. It'll be good for him. I heard you were doing business with him.
It's something to do with the Rosemont Society, my foundation. Why?
Überzeugen. Die ist schwierig, ne? Habe ich irgendwas Nices, wo ich mich noch mal ein bisschen pimpen kann? Tup, 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 tup. Nicht so wirklich, ne? %50 verringert. Ach, ich probiere es einfach mal aus, oder? Wie geht das? Ist ausgerüstet. Achso, okay. ich hab nichts, ne? Also das ist schon mal okay. So ein Einschüchtern. Boah, gar kein Erfolg. Nicht drauf bestehen. Okay.
I see.
All I can tell you is that Berel's really the one who is in charge of it. Are you still not talking?
You could say that.
Any regrets?
I'm planning to make up for it with Fang.
Oh, so that's why you've become attached to that girl.
I'm not attached to her. She's an asset for the Camarilla, and a necessary balance to temper Berel's wicked games.
Personally, I find that giving a child so much power is dangerous. The problem is that you have to watch them all the time. Otherwise, they end up making a mess of things.
But trying to influence them is pointless.
You must be subtle about it, that's all. I give Mem just enough freedom so that she doesn't completely hate me. But I know exactly how to make her do whatever I want. Do you really think you'll have time to embrace Fang?
What do you mean?
Well, with all the elders gone, who knows who'll be next?
That's not something I'm willing to discuss with you.
Suit yourself.
No, excuse me, I have to go.
Of course.
Of course. Okay, dann lass mal gucken. Wo wohnt der Vogel denn? Ich weiß es nicht. Irgendwo hier. So, hier sind wir hier schon wieder. Okay, also da wollen wir hin, aber wir stehen da hinten. The Boss.
I've seen princes come and go.
Caleb, I was wondering when I'd run into you.
Victoria, what a surprise. I didn't know you had decided to walk among us.
I'm always where you'd least expect me. It feels like I've been away for ages. Boston has changed so much. The only thing that hasn't changed is your steadfast presence at court.
Is that a problem?
You know it's not. I'm just surprised, that's all. There's a whole world outside this city, you know?
I'll serve our family as long as it needs me.
You are a reassuring presence. I must admit I was a bit surprised not to find Quentin King in charge.
Quentin gave in to the beckoning 4 years ago. Ms. Iverson runs Boston now.
How droll. I never thought King would give up his precious crown. He was so attached to it. Iverson is lucky she can count on your loyalty. You're a valuable resource, Caleb, especially in times like these.
I'm only doing my duty.
Ever the cheerful one.
So many elders are gone, and yet, here you are. How is it possible?
Because I want to, that's all. I enjoy my existence. Why give it up?
But you must also feel that force. The insistent calling, night after night.
Yes, but unlike so many others, I have a reason to resist. Don't you?
I still have some ties that keep me here. I won't leave without having one more child.
You are sure taking your time.
I'm waiting for the prince's blessing. It shouldn't be long now. Fang will be embraced soon.
Fang! Oh yes, I see. She seems charming, spirited even. You have a knack for finding true gems. I remember your sire, Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
I didn't see him at court. I remember he was very popular back in the day.
He left with all the others.
Oh.
Nicht gut. So, nicht verteidigen. Mit verteidigen können wir alles nicht, ne? Nicht verteidigen.
I know the two of you were very close. His absence must have left quite the void.
The first few years were hard. I had a lot of respect for the man. His departure was like A betrayal to me. He left me alone, in charge of a city without a prince, surrounded by neonates. It was unfair.
I understand. You deserve better than that.
Not just me. The whole court fell apart when the Ancilli disappeared one by one. Building it back up was an ordeal.
But you did it, and you should be proud of what you've accomplished.
Pride is for the ambitious. I'm just doing my duty.
As always.
Hm.
You don't seem to be hurt. I take it you weren't at the party last night.
Heavens no. I was in your prince's personal suite. We hadn't even left yet when the Code Red was initiated.
Good timing.
Good timing indeed. When I think that the Second Inquisition's butchers were lying in wait, I'd shiver. If I could.
You seem to have met Feng.
We had the chance to talk last night. She was pacing the floor while you were gone.
I told her to keep quiet.
And she did. She's a smart, young woman of great consequence. You shouldn't treat her like a child.
Macht er nicht.
The court is full of predators. Feng is easy prey in the eyes of many.
She's more resourceful than you think.
Not against kindred this old.
Ugh. Oh, Caleb, please. Is it her pretty face that's got you acting like a knight in shining armor?
I'm just trying to protect her.
That's what I'm saying. I've
Na
had
gut.
my share of protective followers too. Men who thought they could use their power to protect my delicate nature. I've survived longer than them all.
I'm not overprotective of her, if that's what you mean.
That's not the impression you give off. I hope you're able to find a balance, or you'll both suffer.
My obligations to Hazel kept me away from the court last night. Did I miss anything important?
No, nothing much. I ran into Berel. He was with your charming little protege.
I don't like the sound of that. Did you hear their conversation?
That would have been very impolite of me.
Boah, ey. Muss natürlich ein bisschen cooler werden irgendwie, ne? Das kann doch nicht sein.
I hadn't heard you were coming to Boston.
Indeed. I wouldn't be stuck in this tower if I hadn't gotten wind of your arrangement with Hartford.
Well, isn't that a shame?
It's not been a complete waste. I met your prince, and I got to see a few old friends. I just hope it's not at the cost of my unlife.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Caleb.
Okay, ganz witzig, aber weiß jetzt nicht, ob das unbedingt notwendig war. Bringt das eigentlich, wenn er die Sachen hier liest? Auch nicht so richtig, ne?
The First Inquisition. The first time our supremacy was challenged.
Mhm.
A peace agreement that put an end to a bloody revolt. Ancilla against neonates. Camarilla against anarchs. A copy of a treatise on metal transfusion. Dijon gave it to Hazel when they first started working together.
Okay, dann lass mal gucken, dass wir hier, wie hieß er? Lass uns mal gucken. Balen oder wie hieß er? Berel. Mhm.
It's locked from the inside.
Haben wir einen Schlüssel? Nee. Haben wir nicht genau. So, da ist er.
By all means. You? Here? How extraordinarily rare. To what do I owe the honor?
Enough, Berel. Did you speak with Feng?
I'm not one to keep an eye on the comings and goings of your retainers.
Did you speak to her?
So much fuss about nothing.
I ran into her recently, it's true, but we hardly said a word to one another.
Stop it right now. I know you saw Feng. Right here. I already told you not to speak to her again.
Come again?
Don't try to deny it. You spoke to her.
Fine. She came here. I don't see what the problem is.
What exactly is driving you?
Unlike you, I don't try to control the lives of those around me. Feng still enjoys a certain degree of freedom, doesn't she, to choose whom she sees? We ran into each other by accident, and we didn't speak for long.
Boah,
I spoke with her. She told me that you summoned her.
Summoned? Please be serious. I don't summon people.
No, that's not your style.
I did ask her to stop by. There was no obligation. None whatsoever. And I don't think she regretted our meeting at all. I really don't see the harm in it.
It's not your business to understand.
I'd really like to, though. I just wanted to give her some advice.
aha.
To help guide her through this brave, dangerous new world. When it comes to that, I don't think you're doing enough. Am I mistaken?
Boah, der ist gut, ne? Kriegt man überhaupt nicht geknackt.
You needn't worry. She's been introduced to everyone. I don't intend to leave her defenseless among the drooling predators skulking in the corners. And she might just surprise you.
I'm sure she will.
She's worth far more than your estimations.
Is she worth more than me?
Are you sure you want an answer to that?
All right, all right. I never took you for the fatherly sort. I guess anyone at any age is vulnerable to the winds of change. Your concern for Feng is to your credit. It really is. However, I can't help making comparisons with my own past experiences.
You shouldn't.
It was long ago, I admit. But I'm still your only child.
You're jealous.
I'm not jealous. Although I do regret the unfortunate turn our relationship has taken.
Könnten wir ihn knacken? Nein.
I'm worried about Feng, honestly. You would worry too if you were in my shoes. I just want to make sure she doesn't go through the same thing I did. The crushing weight of disappointment. The distance. The disdain.
Berel, I'm sorry. I made a mistake with you.
A mistake? What, pray tell, did you ever do to make things go awry? You dropped me in a hornet's nest and left me to dodge the stings. I've been nothing but alone from the very start. You gave up, Caleb. And did you ever once consider fixing your mistake?
That's why I'm doing things differently with Feng. I don't want to make the same mistake again.
Ah, such eloquence, which never ceases to surprise me. You've always wielded words with such deadly skill. But there is one small detail it seems you have forgotten. You won't be there for her much longer.
What?
Think about it. You're the oldest person in this city now.
It gnaws at you like it does all the elders. You can feel it inside you, and it will grow and grow until you finally give in. How long do you think it will be before you leave too?
Einschüchtern, überzeugen. So, kriegen wir den denn geknackt? Mann. Oder sie ist... Boah, das wäre eigentlich die beste, fände ich. Aber... Scheiße, den knacken wir nicht. Na gut, komm.
You feel the beckoning too. You're not much younger than I am. But you're far weaker. I'll be able to resist as long as it takes to finish my work here. But will you?
That's rather presumptuous of you, isn't it? I'm not as tormented as you are by this overwhelming urge to leave. For all I know, you could disappear tomorrow without a trace, just like the others. And who'll take care of Fang then? Me. I'll be there. If I understand you right, and I think I do, we're of the same mind. With a few minor differences.
Is that so?
We both want what's best for Fang. So then why can't I see her?
Puh. Könnte man natürlich machen. Okay, lass uns das letzte nehmen.
You are my progeny, my only child, and I'm here to ask you one very simple thing. Think of it as a favor if you want.
But you don't see that I think I'd be doing you a disfavor. Fang needs to talk, and your only child is a precious resource, don't you think? For once, I was looking out for someone. I know you think I'm selfish, a manipulator.
Ja.
Things aren't always black or white. You of all people should know that. I'm worried for Fang. She needs someone, because you can't be there for her all the time.
I thought I had made myself clear. I don't want to hear about any more secret meetings between the two of you.
Have no fear. I know what I must do.
Watch yourself.
I think we've said just about all there is to say.
One more thing. A little bird told me about your operations in South America.
My dear sire, for someone I thought had no interest in business, you are remarkably well informed.
Nothing can stay hidden from the court forever.
Where's the harm in it?
Your actions have consequences for the Camarilla that you haven't considered. You could endanger the Masquerade. Don't you think you should speak to the prince about it?
I don't see how my personal business concerns her. She's already having enough trouble getting us out of this mess she's dragged us into.
You hold her responsible for this?
She's in charge, isn't she? She hosted the party. It's only natural to hold her accountable, isn't it?
If the court were to hear what you just said...
Ha! Do you really think I'm the only one who thinks this?
You'd best be going.
I wasn't planning on staying. Be sure of that.
It's been a pleasure. Please excuse me if I don't see you out.
Tja, wie hätten wir den knacken können? Ich weiß es nicht. Der ist echt ätzend. Oh mein Gott. Okay, jetzt geht's hier eigentlich noch darum. So, jetzt geht es eigentlich noch darum, dass wir mit Kaius reden, aber ich würde mal vorschlagen, das machen wir eigentlich erst beim nächsten Mal.
Kaius again. They locked it down. Too late to go see him. Hazel is probably ready to see me now. I won't make her wait.
Oh, dann würde ich aber sagen, das machen wir es beim nächsten Mal, okay? Also, bis dann. Ciao.